Let's start tier list with Ryu and S. I think mine and JP are better than Ryu, bro. Okay, so I think right off the bat, let's just get these two out of the way. These two are the best. These two are the best. I think they are on a tier of their own. I mean, should we say more, right? Mai has the best neutral skip in the game. She has some of the best just buttons in the game. That's the thing. It's what's crazy about Mai is that she doesn't have to play neutral, right? At any point, she can just say, fuck it, I'm bored, and just chuck a fan and go in, get a free throw. If she decides to play neutral, she has some of the best buttons in the game. She actually has crazy fucking neutral. It's crazy seeing a character like this, right? Where she's just good regardless. And on top of that, I think what makes her even more powerful is how easy she is to pick up. This is why you see a lot of Mai's right now. A lot of people they have a pocket Mai because she's very simple. You don't really need to know like many complex things. Just a few combos. Her Oki is super easy. Her throw loop is the easiest in the game. It's literally just dash up throw. On top of that, her dash up throw loop, she is far enough where she could actually walk back and get out of throw range. I think she's got the best throw loop. Crazy corner carry, some of the best buttons in the game, and Fan, right? Fan is just on a tier of its own. Isn't her Fireball bad? I mean, she's not going to win Fireball Wars. She's never trying to like engage in Fireball Wars. If she plays against a Fireball character, she chucks an EX Fireball and goes in. Like, she just has everything. She just has it all. JP, on the other hand, he's top tier for different reasons. Bro, level 2 is still a move. Like, it hasn't been touched. It's still broken. It's still an auto-win super. It does way too much. Hit, block, it doesn't fucking matter. He's forcing you to burn out by spending 2 bars. If he does it on block, cool. I mean, he could make it a true block stream. You know, jab, crouch, and medium kick, crouch, medium kick, crouch, medium kick. You could block all that. It's not hard to block his level 2. You just lost 3 drive bars because you decided to block. If you get hit, guess what? You're gonna lose hella drive bar because he gets combo into DI, into corner, into fucking portal set play. Don't get me started on his corner set play. His corner set play is fucking insane. I thought Bison had the best corner set play, and then I started learning JP set play. Bro, this is unreal. Having a little portal on top of your opponent when they're waking up is one of the most brutal things ever. There's really no counterplay to that. You can just opt to block, and he deletes 2 bars out of your drive gauge with just 1 block string. So either way, like, this character is a burnout merchant. You will burn out playing against a good JP. To make things worse, he also has some of the best burnout abuse in the game. He burns you out and then he kills you. Super easy to have that set up. Okay, I'm gonna say super easy, but I think the character himself does require way more lap time than Mai because he has so many little situational awareness combos. So many little interactions, little juggles that you have to know the correct answer to. He's just a lab character. But if you spend time on the lab and you work on the mechanics and the situational awareness, the character is insane. He does so much work for you. I think both of these characters do have some bad matchups, but in general, they're gonna have winning matchups across the board. Next tier, I mean, I think Ryu, we all know that. Ryu is, bro, he's ridiculous. I don't know, he just keeps getting buffed every fucking season. He's gotten nothing but buffs throughout the years. Most of them unnecessary, and like I mentioned, a big part of why he keeps getting buffs is because the Ryu player base is just bad. Like, there's only like a few Ryu players that know how to play the game, so they, Japan just keeps buffing the character because they think he's weak. He hasn't been weak ever since they gave him the absurd buff of changing Light Punch Hosho from -4 to -3. It was the most egregious, ignorant change they could have given this character. Now he gets a safe, meterless jab or light block stream to punish interruptions. AKA his lights, you have to treat his lights like if they were plus on block. If you try to take your turn back and he decides to cancel one of his lights into Hosho, you explode and you're in the corner against this gorilla. And if he touches you once, you die. The character's insane. Bro, he's also not hard to pick up. Let's be real, man. Like, literally kids are playing this character. There's a character made for kids. Let's be fucking real, bro. This is a character kind of made for kids, man. He's very child friendly. Drive rush, donkey kick, fucking jab, hosho, random hosho, solar plexus. Like, you could just play this character while doing special moves and you'll have a great time. I think Akuma's still good. I think he's still insane. Some of his nerfs kind of hit him a little bit, but not really. He's still crazy. He still gets to bypass neutral by just holding up forward and picking an option. He has jump fireball, jump dive kick, he has demon flip. He has so many aerial options, and a lot of the cast can't really deal with all of them. Crazy walk speed, insane buttons. Bro, this character has 9k health, but he makes you feel like you have 9k health when he hits you. He has some fucking belligerent ass special moves, like Adamant Flame. Why is that shit a sway? Why is it fucking safe on block? And on punish counter, you explode. This character has a sway move. He's just insane. He's complete, but I do think that low health really does matter, especially in 2 out of 3. I think this character is a bit unstable in 2 out of 3 because he will die in one less interaction than other characters, and that does end up mattering. But he's still crazy. Let's be real. Let's not sugarcoat it. You know, I don't think I'll put Ken up here just yet. I'll be real. I think Bison's insane. I think Bison is crazy. Bro, Bison is... He got pseudo buffed. Honestly, let's say he got fucking buffed, bro. Psycho Crusher change was ridiculous. He gets a 3 meterless Oki from any hit. If he lands a jab, he will get meterless Oki from that. He gets a lot of corner carry with the Psycho Crusher combos now. His corner game did get weaker. I think those bomb nerfs did impact his corner Oki. It's still good. It's you know, it's strike throw, but you have a fucking bomb line. I think the character is very unstable in short sets because he doesn't have a reversal. Not having a reversal in this game is a fucking sin. You could get mauled by so many of the cast, and he has some very bad matchups. So I think he can struggle a bit if you're just solo maining him. If your tournament path looks good, I mean, the character's, again, insane. Some of the best pressure, best offense in the game. Bro, I'm gonna do it. Bro, this character's crazy. This character is fucking crazy. Burn Knuckle is ignorant as fuck. You have to constantly respect Burn Knuckle. You can't, like, you have to give Terry so much space or try to walk in range of his buttons to, like, make it unsafe. It's like a longer reaching scissor kick. Honestly, it controls a lot of a big part of the stage, and you always have to keep it in mind. His drive rush options are crazy. His buttons are really good. He gets counter, like, from stand medium kick, he could counter hit confirm level 1, which is crazy since stand medium kick like hits a quarter of the screen. His fireball is really good. EX fireball drive rush is free get-in. He has a hosho, essentially built-in hosho with his EX, whatever the fuck it's called, the little punches, the overhead punches. I don't know what it's called, but essentially it serves the same purpose in making you respect his jabs. Stand heavy punch being +1 was huge because on drive rush it's +5, which like jails into itself. So drive rush stand heavy punch if the stand heavy punch is free. You can't try to interrupt that, or else you got a trade combo into corner. And let me tell you, if this character hits you, you die. Bro, you fucking die. If he has 3 bars, he doesn't need low health in order to do CA damage. As soon as he has 3 bars, he has CA. He will chunk off 60-70% of your health from whatever random hit. His level 2 is fucked, man. It is so fucked. Geyser is crazy. So many times I get hit by this character and I'm like, okay, you know what? I survived this one, so you know, I'm thinking of my guess during Oki, like, okay, he gets Oki from here, so I'm gonna try. I'm dead. I'm dead. There's no fucking survival. You just die. He gets Oki from his level 3. He gets Oki from his reversal. He could DP on reversal, and he gets fucking Oki from that. This is something that most characters have had reduced. Like, Ken has had that nerf. Rashid had that removed. Ryu didn't have that. I mean, why does Terry have that? It shouldn't be a thing. You get reversal by this character, and you could actually just lose the round from that. But yeah. He's crazy. People forget that Rashid is a character. Level 2 is also one of those auto win supers. I fucking hate auto win supers. I think they're the scrubbiest thing ever outside of literally Mai's existence. He doesn't have to combo into it. He just knocks you down, activates. It's free real estate. Only a few characters can bypass that. His neutral is insane. Stand heavy kick reaches from fucking quarter screen. His overhead, he could use it as a poke and it'll catch you. His corner Oki did get nerfed significantly, but that's because his corner Oki last season was so fucking broken. He could dash up and go for meaties, like crazy ass meaties. Safe on drive reversal meaties. He could go for like crouch, like a meaty crouching medium punch that was safe on drive reversal. He could go for meaty overheads. Like he had really busted corner Oki from throw. Now it's just standard throw loop, you know? It's not anything special, it's just a standard fucking throw loop. But again, the character is still insane. He at least has that. He has one of the best anti-airs for opponents trying to leave the corner with his hard punch spinner. A lot of times, he anti-airs you when you cross him up and he puts your ass back in the corner. That's pretty fucking good, right? Or he could just walk forward medium punch into, you know, eagle kick, eagle spike, juggle. His corner game is crazy. I think level 2 just puts in so much work. If this character didn't have level 2, he would be much worse, but it's still a move. Like, this character's still broken. Nothing has changed. There's drive rush, jab is still a fucking move. Jab still has 7 frames recovery for some goddamn reason, meaning that he could safe jab a lot of setups after drive rush. Honestly, it's just drive rush. It's drive rush and sway. His damage is still absurd. He hits you with random crouching heavy punch, you explode, you're in the corner. His throw game in the corner is ridiculous. At any point, again, if he turns green and rushes at you, it's actually a guess. There's a few characters that could answer that, but in order to answer that, you have to react to it first, right? But either way, he could just, if you're trying to check his drive rush, you can just cancel into a special move. If it's not sway, it could be his Sobot, depending on the character, right? It's stupid, bro. It's stupid. He just forces you to gamble mid-screen without earning that gamble just by spending 1 bar. We can't forget about Cammy. I think this character's crazy. Cammy has always been insane. She has dive kick, man. Dive kick has never been balanced in Street Fighter games. Why? Because 80% of the cast just doesn't have answers to dive kick. Like, they give characters anti-airs, but they give her a move that beats the anti-air. She just kind of bypasses that big chunk of the game. So she's able, since she beats anti-airs for a lot of the cast, she can just freely jump and press a button. You gotta hold that shit. You have to guess if she's gonna jump button or jump dive kick. Obviously, there are answers for it, but they are very specific and they require a lot of focus. AKA, your mental stack when playing against Cammy has to be dedicated to stop her aerial approach. But let's not forget this character has crazy walk speed and insane buttons. If you're playing against a good Cammy that could, see that you're focused on the aerial approach, they could abuse the ground. They could force you to stop looking for the air approach and then reintroduce the air approach. Fucked up character, honestly. I don't know if I'd put another character in this tier. Maybe Geef, honestly, just because. Yeah, fuck it. Honestly, I'll put Geef up here. Maybe I'll order it afterwards. Maybe we can drop a few characters down. Bro, this character only loses to bad characters. He only loses to dog shit. He beats all the good characters. He beats Shotos. I don't know if he beats Mai, but at least he fights her really well. The only good character that he actually loses to is JP. But he loses to dog shit characters and beats good characters. He beats Guile, he beats Rashid, he beats Cammy, he beats Bison, he beats Akuma. He doesn't beat Terry. Oh, great, he doesn't beat Terry. That's awesome. Yeah, I think I hate this archetype that is just a silver bullet for like good characters and they just lose to horrendous characters like Dawson and Lily. His archetype will always be fucked up. I think this archetype should never be top tier, because if they're ever top tier, that means that there's something fundamentally wrong with the game. He's headbutt is still +4. I mean, that's the most autopilot, brain dead, offensive move in the entire game. This is the first Street Fighter game. Yeah, this is the first Street Fighter game where Geef actually beats Kyle. All right, we'll order them later. Honestly, I think it's fair that we can drop a few over here, but I'm not sure yet. I think the next one, obviously we need Guile. I think Guile is broken in this game. The only thing that keeps him from being top tier is that he just loses some matchups really bad. He has some really bad matchups. If it wasn't for that, he would be clear up here because he just deletes and or invalidates half the roster. Half the roster can't play the game because Guile's on the screen. You have to kind of play this mini game of perfect parry booms while he's changing up the different strength of the boom, and then he just goes for light punch boom into drive rush, and you didn't block the overhead. Fuck you. You're in the corner now. More booms. Like, he doesn't let you play the game. There's not a lot of anti-fireball tools in this game, and most of them are too slow to contest with boom on reaction. Yeah, again, it's just the fact that he has some really bad matchups. Otherwise, he'd be much, much higher. I think Chun is way better. I think Chun is way, way better. Her anti are still cheeks, honestly. It sucks going for an anti and losing the round because you anti-haired and your anti just said no. I know that feeling all too well. She's still crazy, though. EX Fireball is insane. If you guys watch Moke in Topanga, EX Fireball was it was just value every time. If you get hit by it, you could just react and super right after, or drive rush combo, and on block you could obviously just drive rush pressure or walk up and press buttons to chip out their drive gauge. Walk speed is still crazy. Buttons are still insane. She fights some of the cast, the top tiers really well. I think she fights JP really well, for example. She just has, again, bad matchups. There's also opportunity cost. Like, why would he play Chun when Mai exists? Mai kind of does the same thing as Chun, but better. So this is really a big reason why Chun isn't any higher, is literally Mai's existence. Like, she fills that Chun void of, you know, stupid, hit confirmable button that hits from, you know, half screen and good walk speed, good neutral, EX Fireball, neutral skip. Like, Mai does that a billion times better than Chun. But she's still good. Bro, is it crazy that Ken is actually the worst Shoto now? Ken's actually the worst Shoto now. I think he's still good. Aki slithering. Holy shit, can you guys fucking chill? Is Aki better than Ken? Is Aki better than Chun? Is she better than Guile? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Just because you suck ass at fucking blocking Aki's 22 frame overhead doesn't mean that she's better than Geef, okay? You're just bad at the game, I'm sorry to tell you. Aki is good. She's obviously going to be included later on here, but the fuck out of here. She's right behind Geef. Okay, bro. Show up your CFM. Let me see that CFM. Let me see. Are these plat Akis just demolishing you? That driver show overhead is just fucking cooking your ass, huh? Back to Ken. 24 frame overhead, even slower. Holy shit. Ken is obviously better than Aki. Let's be fucking real. Ken is still crazy. His corner carry, aka the thing that, like, the main reason why the character was seen as absurd, has not been touched. He still one-touches you into the corner. If he's near his own corner, guess what? He can side switch. He has one of the best side switches in the game. So at any point, from any hit, from any interaction, any perfect parry, even on a jab, he could corner you. His throw loop did get nerfed, thankfully, but I don't think that was enough. I think like a throw loop from a one button corner carry is still fucking crazy, right? Yeah, I mean, it still can, bro. It still can. Jinrai got a little weaker. There's more counterplay for it, but it still deletes a bar and a quarter of your health by blocking heavy punch into Jinrai. I think the Jinrai changes did affect him a bit, honestly. I think his powerful tools did get toned down. I do like that. There is more counterplay to it. You don't get comboed if you try to mash on Jinrai because you think he's gonna stop to throw your fucking perfect parry. You know, that little mini game, the consequences for being wrong aren't instant death, because that's how it was, right? You get counter hit low into combo into corner, you're fucked. You just get knocked down into another guess. It's fine. He's still good, but I think Ken players right now, a lot of them have been switching because they've been so used to just shitting on the entire cast by just playing a character. Ken kind of doesn't do that anymore. So I've seen a lot of them switch to like Ryu, a lot of them switch to Mai. But character's still good. It's just, again, with Shotos, it comes to opportunity cost because a lot of them play very similar. So you always just want, as a Shoto player, you just want to play the strongest Shoto. This is hard. There's so many good characters here, right? So I'm not going to have this ordered. I think having it ordered is going to be impossible because there's so many characters that are pretty much equal in power level that is going to be impossible to say which one is better than the other one. I think it's just going to come down to, you know, personal bias. It's situational. How do they do against certain matchups? How do they do against the top tiers? But yeah, this tier I think is going to be the hardest because there's a lot of characters here. I think Jury is it would be a crime to not include $1 million character that's got nothing but buff. She won $1 million and then Capcom kept buffing her. Ain't that something? She did get a meaningful nerf. Her jump heavy punch did get nerfed. The fucking nuke that she jumps over you and presses and you can't anti-air it, that button did get nerfed. Its block stun got nerfed significantly, where you could actually mash jabs if you block it. She's only +1, so she has to, if she commits to the jump heavy punch. So this is something I personally recently learned. So she hits you on top of your head. She's barely plus. If she does the correct one that fucks up your crosscut, in order for her to have further advantage, she has to go for like a really deep jump heavy punch. But I mean, you're not getting hit by those. The one that you're getting hit by is the one that hits the top of your head, right? There's only +1. That means you can mash jab. Because her going for this is not real. This is not real. You can just mash jab and get out of it. So that was a pretty significant nerf, honestly. I'm fine with that. That button is still absurd. She still gets out of the corner for free against most of the cast. But at least she doesn't get out of the corner for free and then pressure, right? Like, there is counterplay to that now. Other than that, the character's still the same. I think she kind of falls into the Chun territory of there's way too many similarities with Mai. There's an opportunity cost in playing Jury. Like, why would you play Jury when Mai exists? Which is why we've seen so many Jury players transition over to Mai, right? Mai has a very similar gameplay or game plan and just does it way fucking better. But there's probably some matchups where Jury does better than Mai in, so that's why you'll see some Jury players still play Jury. But overall, it's just Mai exists, so why the fuck would you play her? Bro, this character's still crazy, right? Did we not see Fudo just cook all of Topanga with Ed? I mean, to be fair, Fudo did technically win it with DJ, but he used Ed for a lot of his matches. I'd say for most of them. I'm not gonna say, you know, Fudo is like the reason why. Like, the character's still crazy. He's still auto wins neutral with a button. Stand medium kick still hits from fucking like half screen. Crouching heavy kick is still very hit confirmable and it hits super far away. Purple shit, he can just chuck it out. Like, he auto wins neutral against a lot of characters. I think the character is just very difficult to play. He's very, very difficult. There's a lot of nuances, not just his neutral, because his anti-air is really slow and has very limited range. He has to utilize multiple anti-airs to hit different angles or different jump distances, but also his combos, bro. Like, if you don't have the dream combo, the level 2 dream combo, your Ed is significantly worse. So I think he's just very difficult to play. But if you do invest the time, he can be worth it. As we've seen with a lot of top Ed players, like, why? When you can just pick up Mai. Or you can pick up literally any other character. Like, the amount of investment that you need for Ed in order to perform well, you could have a quarter of that with another character and do just as good. But he's still good. Like, if you have a specialist that can do all that shit, like if you fought against Momochi, like, he's still gonna fucking style on you, you know? If you fought a true specialist, they're still gonna fuck you up. But it's, you know, let's not pretend like the character is what he used to be. Like, losing the throw loop was huge. All right, here's Aki. All right, I'll put Aki for you guys. She's just a fireball driver's character. That's what she is, bro. She's a fireball fucking driver's character. She can zone. So she's a fireball driver's character that could zone Geef. I think that's her biggest strength. Otherwise, you'd just play Mai. Her biggest strength is that she can zone Geef. Like, outside of, like, you know, if you were to compare her to Mai, that's her. She builds her niche. Obviously, her damage is absurd. Absurd. If you're poisoned against her, which you normally will against a good Aki, right? You're gonna get hit by fucking full screen whip, you know, by her puddle. She doesn't have to land a combo, you know, poison you, which is a direct. It's a big difference between her and Bison, where Bison has to land a combo in order to put a bomb on you. Aki does not need to land a combo. She just does her fucking full screen zoning, sets up a bomb. Essentially, that's what it is. It's a bomb, because if you get hit when you're poisoned, you fucking explode. You're getting hit by some Bison damage. Yeah, her win condition's pretty simple. I just think she has some really bad matchups. And her anti-air is very exploitable. She has kind of the same issue with Ed. She could anti-air, but her anti-airs cover different jump angles and jump distances. So she needs to be very aware and pick the right option, the right anti-air for the appropriate jump, and a lot of that could lose to just empty jumps. So you know, her weaknesses are very pronounced and they're very easy to exploit, but the character fucking kills you in 2 shots, right? Banan's good. I think she's good. She just has some bad matchups. Again, it's gonna be similar, right? What I'm gonna say, these characters are good, they just have some bad matchups, or there's opportunity cost. lost. Like, there's another character in the game that has, you know, plays the way they do or has kind of a similar playstyle, but are just better. These characters, either there's no direct replacement for them or they just excel at what they do. Bro, the system mechanics do not help her. She's always had that issue. She can't drive rush at you. Her drive rush is non-existent, and it's very abusable with characters like JP. If JP backdashes round start into EX Portal, what the fuck does Manon do? She literally can't drive rush and catch up to him. There's a lot of characters that can do that. They can just abuse her lack of drive reversal. She doesn't have low forward drive rush. Like, the system mechanics are literally actively against her. But her strengths are insane, right? Her command throw is literally part of footsies. Like, she could walk up command throw you better than any other character because light punch command throw fucking sucks you in from a quarter of the screen. Her buttons, she has some orangutan limbs. They hit you from so far. She can contest ranges that most characters cannot. Stand heavy kick is crazy. Crouching medium kick hits from so far away. And her jump, she has Luke season 1 jump in. Her jump heavy kick legit just says no to anti-airs. She jumps at you, you press your anti-air button, and she says no. And you get comboed into metal. I think, also her anti-air. Her anti-air is great. I think she has some of the best anti-air options in the entire game. Her crouch heavy punch is the best crouch heavy punch normal or anti-air in the game because it also knocks down into Oki. EX whatever, the flip kick it hits from angles that her crouching heavy punch can't. So it cooks like Kami dive kicks, for example. And it's been buffed so many times where you could actually just get a medal from that. So getting medals from her anti-airs is insane. I'll do Kim. I fucking hate this character. I hate this character with a passion. With a fucking passion, bro. People play this character with so much disrespect. People, when they play Kimberly, they play against you like if you don't know how to play the game. It's so infuriating. You can punish them a billion times, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, they'll keep going for their stupid shit. They'll keep going for full screen fucking slide over. Like, I hate it. I hate this archetype. But she's good. Ever since they gave her that buff to her run, which in my eyes was completely unnecessary, the character's insane. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, like, stand heavy punch into run or stand medium punch into run is a real block string now. But I'm not going to say it's a real block string, but it's you can't mash jab out of it, which you were able to do before. She has to spend meter for EX run in order to turn that into a block string, but she doesn't have to. AKA, what that means is she could force a guess without spending bar. If you block her heavy punch, she can force a guess without spending bar. Pretty fucked up, right? Completely unnecessary, but she still has all the shit that she had before. And on top of that, her corner set play got even crazier because she has a double can setups where if it's multiple layers, it's multiple guesses, and if you guess wrong within one of those guesses, you fucking lost a round. So I don't know why they gave her that. Her corner set play was already good enough because taking the throw when there's a count on the floor was a terrible option since she got a full fucking combo from that. But now her Oki got even better. Yeah, fuck this character, honestly. Thankfully, she has some really bad matchups. She doesn't have a reversal either. I don't know what she probably fights JP well. She probably fights Mai decently well. So maybe there's a spot. Some would argue that she could be up here. Time will tell. I'm still not sold on it because I think this archetype is just extremely volatile, but I think there's a world where she's up here. My Kim's 100% losing for Kim? I don't think so. My heavy DP has no fucking range. Kimberly could just play the mini game of jump elbow or jump heavy kick against Mai. Mai has to spend meter for OD DP, but I don't think it's free for Mai. That's crazy. I'll put Blanca here. I mean, Blanca level 2 is unchanged. It's still an auto win super. You activate it, you fucking win the round. The rest of his kit's kind of ass. I think people have gotten a lot better at dealing with the heavy ball or light ball bullshit. People have gotten so much better at recognizing when it's a heavy ball and perfect pairing the heavy ball, and when it's a light ball and just punishing it with a jab punish counter or a medium punish counter, whatever the fuck, combo your choice. So his neutral game got significantly worse, but level 2 is level 2. I think this character can still get you, and there's not a lot of actually good Blanca players, so people don't have that much matchup experience against this character. He can still rob you. He's purely a robbery character, and I think he excels better in like short sets. Perfect pocket character in 2 out of 3s, honestly. You can just lose to Blanca before you know what happened. It's literally level 2 carrying his ass. I think Luke is good. I mean, honestly, he's probably up here. Would it be disrespectful to have him Blanca tier? A little bit, right? The problem with Luke is that Ryu exists. The problem with Luke is that like Akuma exists, Ken exists, Terry exists. What is his niche? I don't know what his niche is. He's got good buttons. He's got forward moving buttons, which is a big deal. You know, heavy charge knuckle is pretty good, but I don't know. Like he's okay. Like he's good, but like these other characters do what he wants to do, but way better, way fucking better. But he's fine. I think I'll leave him up here mainly because he is one of the few characters that gets Oki from a reversal. He could EXDP defensively and drive rush, and it's real. Like he gets real Oki from that. I think that's very powerful. His sway, aka his, what the fuck is it called? Suppressor is also crazy. Driver suppressor is literally fucking driver sway. Obviously it'll lose to a lot of buttons, but it beats the fuck out of a lot of driver's checks. And punish, counter, drive rush, suppressor, you explode. Yeah, he's good. He's good. I think suppressor is probably like the niche I'd say he has. If I were to pick Luke over another character, over like a Ryu, maybe it would be because of that, or because of, you know, reversal from, or Oki from reversal. But yeah, outside of that, I don't, just pick Ryu. Just pick Luke or Terry, I mean. I think Jamie's good. Honestly, it's hard. I want to put Jamie up here too. It's hard. I don't know if Jamie deserves to be down in the okay. I think Jamie's good. I think he has the best EX dive kick in the game. His dive kick is actually better than Cammy's. At least his EX dive kick. He gets a fucking juggle from that. On regular hit, aerial hit, it doesn't matter. He's always gonna get a juggle from that. And it's much easier to space, to like have it being plus than Cammy's. Level 2 sequences. Yeah, he's got level 2 sequences that actually do a fuck ton of burn, like chip damage too, so he can force burnout. Maybe this character's a bit underexplored. I think, I did mention this earlier, where a big problem with Jamie is the player base. People that play Jamie. I think there's only a handful of players that play Jamie that know how to play the game. Vast majority of players, of Jamie players, have no fucking clue what they're doing. They are horrible at the game. They in turn make the character look really bad. But he's good. His stand medium kick nerf was pretty impactful. You could actually whiff punish that. But his other buffs are crazy. Like the level 2 buffs, the sequences you get from that. There's a lot of situations where you can checkmate your drive gauge. Stand medium punch, having that additional frame of advantage makes his combo routes way better. On counter hit, he always gets crouching heavy punch. The stand heavy punch buff makes a lot of his juggle combos way more consistent, which was a big issue with the character. Like a lot of his juggles are really inconsistent, or they have very like frame tight timing, where if you're wrong, like you lose a drink, and the drinks are a big part of his game. But his weakness is still the same. He needs a drink. If he doesn't get that first drink, he literally can't play the game. That first drink is everything. He gets access to his broken ass stand light punch that has fucking bison stand light punch range. He gets access to dive kick. Like the character without dive kick is just so fucking bad. Since he needs that first drink, he's very susceptible at the start of the round. That's why a lot of Jamies, like a lot of bad Jamies, will just take big gambles at first and just fucking full screen palm or whatever YOLO drive rush. They just want to force that first drink in order to start playing, and they end up dying, right? But that might be what you have to do, because the character is cheeks without that drink. He's just too conditional. Like he needs a drink, he needs a knockdown, he needs to meet a requirement before he can play the game. And then you have other characters that just play the game from round start. Ryu could drive rush fucking donkey kick you from second 99. You know, he can start playing the game right away. Ryu is still a real top tier character without Denjin. He gets Denjin, now you're just fucked, right? Jamie is not the same. But I think once he gets going, once he gets that first drink, he's really fucking good. And it's very easy to start snowballing with the character. But if you wanted to play a dive kick character, why not play Cammy? If you like, I don't know what niche he brings in. I don't know what top tiers he does well against in order to justify the pick. I don't think he actually beats Geef. I know Jamie players are saying, oh, Geef. I don't think he beats Geef, bro. Like, he has to play neutral against Geef. He beats bad Geefs, maybe. If like bad Geefs that let you back up and drink. Good Geefs, I'm not going to allow that. He has to play neutral, and his buttons just aren't good enough to contest. He's okay. He's good. You know, like once he gets started, he's fine. I think Dalsum is fine. I think a big thing he has going for him is he fights JP well, fights the Shotos well, except for Ken, and maybe Akuma. Okay, he fights Ryu well. He beats the fuck out of Geef. Like, Dawson versus Geef is probably the worst matchup in the game. He also beats a lot of the like bad characters, right? But he has some horrendous matchups. He auto loses versus Rashid. He has a terrible time versus Bison. Cammy just deletes him. Like, he's a polarizing character. Either you blow out this matchup or you don't get to play. I don't like this type of character, but whatever. Dawson players have a fucking mental illness or something. They exist. He's there. I think Marissa's okay. Got some really good buffs. She actually has an answer to meaty throws. Costs less than 2 bars. Now you only have to spend 1 super bar in order to punish a meaty throw. That's pretty big, honestly. Level 1 is insane. It does a fuck ton of damage, and she gets Oki from it. So she is a character that does get Oki from a reversal. Now her reversal is good and kind of bad, right? Because it hard loses to delayed options because you can just see it, and if you didn't press anything during that time, you just stop pressing, just like any super, honestly. During drive rush pressure, it's kind of bad too because you can just delay buttons to beat it, but I think the pros outweigh the cons for that super. I think it's a fantastic super now, especially since it blows up meaty jabs, because a lot of wake up supers are on the slow end. They're like, you know, slower than 7 frames, or like 8, 9, 10, 11, fucking 13 frames. You know, like a lot of supers are pretty slow, so they lose hard to meaty jabs because a lot of like really good lights in this game have like a 7 or 8 frame recovery, so you could time them so that you could block these wake up supers. That doesn't work against her level 1 because as soon as she gets hit by that meaty, boom, it activates and you get fucking decked. Huge buff for her. Quality of life for like her charge heavies are better. Her anti-air is still ass. I think before I get to that point, another huge buff she got was her jabs. Bro, her jabs are actually good on block now. They don't lose to mashing jabs. If you guys didn't know, Marissa before this, if you block her jab, you could actually mash your own jab and beat any option she goes for. She would have to go for a crazy fucking option, cancel into a special that was potentially unsafe in order to beat it. But she couldn't jab and beat your jab option, your jab challenge. She couldn't. Complete ass. Now she has more blocks in her jab, which she can now do jab and properly, you know, counter hit from that. But a big part is now her driver's jab is +3 on block, which is great. She gets throws. Before it was only like +1, so you couldn't really threaten throws after that. So driver's jab offensively is really strong. Now for the bad. Bro, she's still ass. Her anti-air is still ass. She still loses to people playing stupid. You want to beat Marissa, just fucking jump at her. You can't have this big of a weakness in the game where there's so many options, right? Like your mental stack is already at a fucking max. You can't have a weakness that just says jump. The problem is, like, sure, she could anti-air. She does have anti-airs, but her anti-airs are extremely slow. What that means is that in order for her to consistently anti-air you, she has to do it early. What does that mean? That means she has to fucking react fast to the jump, which means she has to consistently look for it. If she has to consistently look for it, that means that her reactions to other actions or to other options are going to be worse, right? That means she's going to be more prone to getting hit by drive rush, by buttons, what have you. So the character's mental stack is still absolutely fucking cooked because you have to devote a big chunk of your mental stack into anti-airs or else you're going to get cooked by them. Her backdash still doesn't get her out of throw loops. She can't punish throws with backdash. She has to take that big gamble with the level 1 if she wants to. Her walk speed is still outrageously slow. For a character whose anti-air is that bad, having really slow walk speed is huge. But yeah, I mean, other than that, she still does a Marissa thing, right? She still kills you in 2 shots. I think the rest of the characters are just bad. But honestly, I think the only character that's just this bad is Elena. I think the other 2 characters go up here. Elena's the worst character in the game. She's the worst. She has nothing going for her. The only thing she has going for her is her fucking gimmicks, her little spin gimmicks. Her buttons are bad. I mean, they're okay. I'm not gonna say they're bad. They're decent, but she has no real low threat. in order to actually get reward from a low, she has to commit into an extremely punishable target combo, where if you actually block that low, you die, or a sweep that's also punishable. Since her low threat is bad, that means that you could just walk in and out against her. And that's really relevant because she has enormous hurt boxes on her buttons. She's extremely easy to whip punish. So playing neutral against Elena just feels easy. And it shouldn't, right? Because this character is forced to play neutral. Her quote-unquote neutral skip isn't that good. I mean, she does have slide. I think her slide, she has the best slide in the game because you could actually space it so it can be safe on block. It knocks down. Obviously, it's a heavy, so I think it's good that she has that going for her. Yeah, other than that, she's just not good. I think she is in a weird spot because she has the potential to be really good, but she does need some love from Capcom. I think after one or two patches, she's gonna be there. She reminds me a lot of like on-release Aki, where Aki felt incomplete. A lot of her shit was just wonky. Her jabs were non-existent. Like she just felt bad. But after Capcom gave her that one patch where they, buffed her crouching medium kick was plus, stand medium punch at more active frames, her jabs were real. Like, Aki became a real character. I think Elena is waiting for that. Once she gets that patch, I think Elena's gonna skyrocket up. But until then, she's ass. All right, I think the other two characters go up here. Honda hits like a fucking truck. If you get hit by Honda, you explode. They buffed his damage. He gets more damage now. Stand medium punch is still absurd. It's still a fucking auto footsies button. But other than that, the character's just ass. He's just ass, bro. No real low threat. You could walk in and out of him like for free. His stand medium punch is actually whiff punishable now. That was a pretty decent nerf. You could whiff punish it on reaction. So medium punch into medium punch got a bit weaker. And he just dies to perfect parry. If you could perfect parry headbutt on reaction, you just cook him. Like he has to engage in neutral now, and he's engaging in neutral where he has no real low threat. So you can always walk in and out, and he really can't. I think the character just has a lot of weaknesses, which I think it's fine. He should stay like that because he is also like a huge ass fucking scrub killer. Lily, kind of the same. She's a big scrub killing character. She falls off drastically at high level. But obviously, if you're good enough with the character, you can make her shine. We've seen Hibiki put in so much work at Topanga. He's winning matchups I thought were impossible. But that you require that level of commitment in order to make it work. The character is Cheeks. She still has a lot of issues. She dies if you understand the matchup. She kind of relies a lot on gimmicks and knowledge checks. If you understand them, the character gets significantly worse. Her buttons are good, but they leave such a fat hurt box behind where it's really, really easy to whiff punish her. Spire's good. Regular Spire is not good. When I talk about Spire, I mean EX Spire, because regular Spire, it just dies, so you're just clicking the DI button on reaction. EX Spire is good. +2 is insane when she has a 5-frame command throw. I think that has a lot of value. I mean, we could say regular Spire is also good if you force a block string, because there are you could go for forward heavy punch into Spire and it's a real block string. It's only +1 though, so command throw is not that dangerous. That +1 mini game with her is not that crazy because you could either mash your 4-framer or perfect parry the stand light kick, and you'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, she's okay. I think a big value portion for Lily, honestly, she wins some important matchups. If I were to order this, I would actually have Lily a bit higher because she does win some important matchups. She beats the fuck out of Geef, does decent against Cammy. She does decent against Mai. Bro, she actually does, she fights Mai, which is already huge, but she loses to literally everybody else. Literally everybody else. She can't do shit against Shotos. Terry just cooks her ass. Bison eats her up for free. Her bad matches are just horrendous, but I think she has some value in that she randomly beats good characters. Yeah, would I order this differently? So keep in mind, I wouldn't order them specific. I'm not going to order the power levels. I think every character in every individual tier is equal in power level. I still don't think that we have enough info to actually properly order them, but